Holy shit, this is too big.
Holy shit, we have Succession / Billion / Silicon Valley /
Clown show.
Clown show.
I mean, this is the biggest clown show in corporate history. This is like literally Succession, where these like a bunch of morons are running this $1 billion company.
Yeah. No, you want to know why it makes me...
$90 billion worth of morons.
Let me tell you why it makes me really happy. And for the listener, we're talking about OpenAI.
Yes.
The reason it makes me happy is because, we're entrepreneurs and sometimes things are tough. You have disagreements, you have whatever. And to see that, like, it doesn't matter if you are the most talked about, biggest, most cutting edge. Like, you would think a place where they should have no problems with leadership is OpenAI. You know what I mean? Like, just for the time being, just keep the ship moving.
Yes.
And to see this level of bullshit roll out just makes me feel better about any little,
Can we walk through the timeline?
Yeah, I'm not even fully well versed. So
the
you guys
timeline's
lead
basically edit that.
Don't worry.
Just okay. The people love the authenticity.
Yeah. Friday, Sam is called
Sam Altman, who is the founder
of OpenAI from 2016.
Yep.
15.
Yeah.
And he's called by the board and told he's fired.
You're fired.
Kind of out of nowhere, right?
And the Microsoft, who is the biggest investor in OpenAI, is told a minute before they do the call.
Very important side note. All the calls are on Google
Meets.
Google Meets.
Not Microsoft Teams.
So that tells you how trash
by
Microsoft
the way,
Teams is.
We all use all of them.
Yep.
This is how I would
Microsoft Teams.
I would rank them like this.
Yep.
Google Meets is the best.
Yep.
You really think Google Meets better than Zoom?
Zoom is hot trash as number 2.
Yeah.
Microsoft Teams is disgusting.
Just huddling up on a random FaceTime is probably tied for 2 or number 3.
I mean, yeah, I would say WhatsApp
when you're in a group chat and you say you hit the FAceTime button and everyone gets an alert.
That's better. I mean,
that's probably
Google Meets
3.
by far is the best product.
Yeah.
Zoom is 2. Microsoft Teams should, and I think Microsoft Teams is the biggest of the group.
Yeah.
It's huge.
And it's number 1.
It's huge.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry, but that was just a really funny sidebar. They gave these guys $80 billion and they gave them $10 billion. How much did they give them? $10 billion?
10.
They gave them $10 billion. It's an $80 billion company. They're sending around Google. Hey, can you jump on this?
If I were giving anyone money, I'd be like, you're singing good morning every morning.
Yeah.
You're eating Indian food when you wake up.
Yeah.
You're doing whatever the fuck I tell you to do.
Absolutely. Sending Dom a nice message, encouraging him for his soccer match. Okay, so Friday fired nobody out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, as far as we know.
Wasn't he just in SF
a week ago? Developer
APEC.
conference.
APEC. And they just had, developer conference was a week ago.
Yeah.
APEC, the day before.
He was with all the world leaders.
Okay.
Yep.
So out of nowhere.
And then like an hour later, Greg Brockman, who's also an OpenAI co-founder and the chairman of OpenAI, resigns. This happens within an hour. So then instantly it is speculation. It is rumors.
Did they say why? Like, was there a note like giving out why he was fired at all?
No, they just said he's fired. And then there was a message from the board that said that he has not been candid in conversations with the board.
Yeah.
So that is amazing because it allows us to speculate.
Love it. Love
Which I love
speculation.
that.
Yeah. I mean, if you saw these texts from Friday afternoon to Saturday night.
Yeah. So these are my speculations.
I saw your speculation. Some of them. I saw some of the.
Here's the thing. I would argue that OpenAI and Sam Altman have had the craziest rise of any company ever in a time span. Like we've never seen anything like this ever in corporate history.
Yep.
If I'm on the board of this company, and I know they're like shitbag losers on this board.
Why do they have shitbag losers on their board?
Because they're woke. They're San Francisco.
But what are you doing?
You just let shitbags on your board. Quora CEO? Quora? What is Quora? You got dumbass questions?
Like, how does that honestly happen? Like, why isn't your board supposed to be a group of elders with great experience.
No, this is a group of idiots. They literally have idiots on this board.
There's no
Idiots.
venture capitalists on the board.
There's no investor.
There's no investors.
Who appointed the board?
That's
it-
him. He's his company. This is all his fault at the end of the
These are
day.
his people.
But do you think he appointed the board to try to be woke and like he can just run
started
over
the
him?
fucking company. I'm sorry. It's just all his fault at the end of the day. It's all his fault, 100%.
fair.
So he gets fired.
Okay.
He then, so then they say not candid conversations.
Yep.
I just can't imagine a world where you fire basically this iconic CEO
Yeah.
on basically changing the world over something
Trivial.
business related.
Yeah.
That's my honest opinion.
I
So
don't
my
see how you
head
could.
goes to sex crimes.
Sure. Yeah.
That's where I think.
Yeah.
Then immediately I see on Twitter someone starts posting that he sexually assaulted his sister
I saw
allegedly.
that. Yeah, she said that.
So she said that. Obviously none of this has been verified.
Absolutely.
So I can't claim it, but we know in this society,
Yeah.
the few times we've heard this,
I know it's always sex crimes.
it's always sex crimes.
An abrupt step down, it's always you're getting a little
Abrupt step down is always like when people historically have been just kicked out of something.
Yeah.
It is
It's
sexual.
always sex.
You
Yeah.
know when
It is
this
sex.
when this happened, I was like,
My Super Bowl.
it's the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. And also with a vague
There's no clarity.
explanation.
There's
Yes.
no clarity.
Like, how
It's-
are you gonna
so
like,
basically, like what? So if I can do the non-D version of what happened,
Yeah, go ahead.
is the board basically didn't like how much power Sam had and
But that's
cooed his ass.
I mean, but he's created value.
If that's true, that is the dumbest board that has ever existed.
Potentially, but that is what kind of has publicly been revealed
because they
And-
want to hide the real shit.
And then, so can we do the non-D version first,
No,
and then you can do the Epstein version next?
fine.
Fine, right? Can we agree?
Okay, all right.
Okay, I'll
Give, him,
give you 60 seconds. You better spit it out
give him
fast.
a minute of non-D.
Okay, go. You
Non-Epstein.
can spit fake news for a minute. Go.
So the board didn't like how much power he had, and they cooed him, and basically were like, "Hey, you guys are moving too fast. There's no safety around anything that's going on. You're out." And then, secondly, the whole weekend, I've heard from numerous people in the last 48 hours that he's raising a massive round for a new company.
Before all this happened.
No, right after.
But there was also rumor that he was currently raising for a AI chip manufacturing company before he got fired too.
Potentially.
Maybe
But-
that's what he wasn't candid about.
So I think it could be that more than the Epstein vibes that D would love to be.
I'm going to
the
be
truth.
honest. The reason why I would like it to be the Epstein vibes is because that would make more sense.
Yes.
Like at least that would explain why you would. I mean, we talked about last week, unrelated. We didn't know any of this was going to happen. That it's the most recognizable company in the world
There's
right
a TikTok
now.
right now. We said it was the top 10 brand in the world.
So the most looked at company in the world. You need a really good excuse.
Yeah.
Like some D stuff. I'm not saying you're wrong on it. I'm saying that if you're even in the realm of right, those people are insane.
Yeah, so can we actually, before D goes on his Epstein rant,
Yeah.
the
facts.
can we agree that it's potentially possible the board is just completely
It's
incompetent?
possible, yeah.
I think
Hey,
both can be true.
Epstein, chill.
No,
Epstein, chill.
I think
Possible.
I'm the reporter on Epstein, not Epstein. I'm the reporter in Miami.
yeah.
That's
What's
who
her
I
name?
am.
I forget her name.
I'm the reporter.
Yeah, the
Just call
Miami
me
reporter.
Yeah.
So my point, isn't it possible
Possible.
that the board is just so incompetent? They just overthrew Sam Altman.
Yep.
And now they feel all their investors were like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Because all the reporting is that they're trying to get him back.
Yeah. Which that
And
does
then
make
he's
sense.
also raising a company right now. I've
So-
heard this from like 10 people.
So
that he's
he-
raising a new company.
So
Yeah.
before I go on my truth chasing,
True crime. Yep.
here's the insane thing about this whole situation. So Sam Altman's fired. The other guy steps down. Obviously, for some reason, the smartest guy in Silicon Valley has morons on his board. His fault, 100%.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck what anyone says. That is your fault. You are the founder. Your fault.
Yeah.
Then next person's fault. Microsoft. You gave $10 fucking billion and have no oversight over this company.
Yeah.
Moron.
Yeah.
Satya, it's your fault.
Yeah, that is
There you go. Next person's fault.
crazy.
Then
You're telling me the biggest, most talked about company in the world, $10 billion, worth $80 billion, is up to the Quora CEO to figure out with her buddies?
Yeah.
Or his? Is it?
I don't know.
If that's the case, if you
what
have,
are they putting in Quora? Should we fire Sam Altman? And then a bunch of morons answer the question. Then, okay, so I blame Sam Altman, then I blame Microsoft. And then Sam Altman also, the big problem I have with this is if he was out there raising money for a chip company to compete with NVIDIA while you are running OpenAI, is that because you don't own any equity in OpenAI and you're like, fuck, I could have been a trillionaire and now I'm worth $1 billion?
Yeah.
It's a money grab. Why else are you starting a chip company at this point?
why? Let me ask you a question. I agree, but why did he post that tweet saying that, like, if I go crazy right now, they might as well take all my shares? He said something about his shares.
Oh, now he has shares? The guy that went in front of Congress and said he didn't have shares?
I'm just saying he wrote that
What
tweet.
shares?
No, we know the shares are through a foundation that he owns. This is really known.
This is not known. He said in front of Congress he has no equity.
Hey, he's a liar.
Okay, thank you.
Well, we know he's a liar. The board said he's a liar.
What?
The board said he's a liar.
Yeah, the board said he's not being candid in
I
conversations.
think I'm with the board. I'm with Quora on this.
Yeah, I'm with the board. You got to make changes.
No, he definitely has like this convoluted ownership in OpenAI through a foundation that's a nonprofit. And we all know how nonprofits work. Like you can just...
I know,
Well,
but
obviously you can just
why wouldn't
make
he
it-
say that in front of Congress and just say,
Because he legally was able to say that.
I know.
And these Congress people are so fucking stupid
Yeah, that's
that
true.
they weren't able to push back. The All-In guys even said it.
Yeah.
I knew this, but the All-In guys were like, they laughed about it on their podcast. They're one of
Yeah.
the biggest business podcasts in the world. And they were laughing about like, oh yeah, Sam doesn't own anything. Ha ha.
Yeah.
It's like,
So anyways, well, now we're at a situation where obviously Microsoft invested with this guy running the company.
Yeah.
They're obviously now trying to figure out what happened, tried to bring him back, whatever it may be.
The only thing that makes me feel not Epstein-y is that they're trying to get him back. Like, what would be your explanation for that in your hard-hitting, boots-on-the-ground journalism?
I mean, we've let a lot of sexual assaulters just exist
Within
for very
24
long
hours?
periods
Or do you
of
think they
time.
were like, we could clean this up?
Just be like, it's 90 billion.
Yeah.
well, I think if Sam's not,
It's
Checks
not
out.
one.
Checks
It's
out.
90.
Yeah,
90 times one is a very different thing to cover
so
up.
I will tell you, if Sam's not at the helm of OpenAI, it's a worthless company.
And
Worthless. No, it goes to zero.
You think that?
Yeah, 100%.
so
Because the talent will leave.
That's true.
The
'Cause
talent will leave.
isn't there also some sort of ultimatum happening of like, by 5 p.m. today,
yeah, obviously nothing happened.
either the board brings him back or all the employees leave?
So I mean, if I'm making $5 million at OpenAI, I'm not leaving. I'll just
No,
suck
you'll
it
leave
up.
for sure. You'll
But you
go
leave
to
for the
Sam's
new
company.
company.
Okay, but here's
go
the
to
thing.
Sam's new company.
Yeah.
People forget OpenAI is not 8 months old. It's 7 years old. So whatever, basically Sam Altman's legacy, toast, ruined. It's over.
Unclear. No, you can't say that. You
No.
can't say that.
He's still so young.
Of course I can say whatever I want. It's a free
Of course
country.
you can
What are you
say.
trying to? Who are you? Epstein,
The woke.
relax.
The
I can say
woke.
whatever I want.
Hey, Epstein, chill
How
out. D.
old-
Epstein,
No.
chill.
How?
You
I think he's
can't
ruined.
say his legacy's toast because it's 36 hours old.
So if he starts a new company,
He's
It's
also
going to
and
take too
blows up-
long. Do you know how
But
much
he's 38
work
years
is
AI
old.
companies right
He's
now are
38.
He's 38.
Yeah. His life's over?
You know, in AI,
You know
it's-
Travis Kalanick started Uber at 38?
Jack Ma started Alibaba at 42. What's your point?
Look, you're allowed
So
to have
Warren
your
Buffett didn't
opinion.
make his first million to 50 years. Whatever. Who gives a shit? I'm allowed to say whatever I want.
Yeah, that's
He's
the-
toast.
You can say whatever you
can
want,
say
but my
whatever
point
you
is
want.
it's not really like relevant.
I just don't think he can catch up to what he did at OpenAI fast
It was
enough.
7 years.
well, I think if he's starting a chip company, That can be done.
He'll be 45.
But no, so
That could be done.
you
And
saw Elon has launched his XAI,
Yeah.
and he said all the existing Twitter investors own 25% of it.
Yeah.
Because he knows they're all donated on Twitter.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Twitter's like the
XAI is
worst.
hot.
Twitter's like literally the worst investment of all time.
yeah.
And
Or WeWork.
a lot of people made money on the way up.
yeah, you could have made a shit ton of money. You could not have made money on Twitter.
You
could not-
are if you own 25% of XAI.
And Elon is basically starting his OpenAI competitor,
Yep.
and he's using the Twitter shareholder base, giving him just a free 25%. He's obviously funding it, and interesting that he's just like the timing's funny because he tweeted it today.
But explain it a little more. Why?
So why I think it's interesting
Yeah.
is that Sam got fired on Friday.
Yeah.
Sunday, Elon tweets.
Obviously.
All Twitter investors get
yeah.
a
Yeah,
piece of
'cause
the
he's stepping-
new
he wins-
And
OpenAI.
give me what is he doing there? He's
He's trying to get
rallying the
momentum for what
troops.
he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, when you have the ability to step on someone's neck, you step on it.
Damn, D.
Yeah, because Sam kind of
These guys all do it to each other all day.
Yeah,
You think Satya is just sitting back watching fucking Sunday Night Football tonight? No. He's probably on the phone with Elon, Sam Altman, fucking everyone.
I
under the
actually
sun.
think
Yeah.
this is like one of the biggest weekends in technology.
Oh, nerds were losing their mind.
Yeah, because we weren't really when Steve Jobs got fired. It wasn't this.
There was no social media.
You didn't get minute by minute updates.
Yeah, but by the way, when Steve Jobs got fired, Apple was struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
OpenAI is
was a
not
hard
I'm saying,
struggling.
what's a comparative? I can't think of a more explosive moment that
To
you
me,
could.
it's like when Barry Sanders left the Lions.
What?
Barry Sanders was so hot, and you could not believe he left the Lions. Yeah, look, I think there's too much trickery with this guy. I don't like how it smells. It's a lot of bullshit.
So you're landing right now.
So what's your take?
You're not.
So I told you my take.
My take, I think it is way more serious than he started a chip company or I'm not saying it's what I think it is, but it's not just that. I'm sorry. You don't create so much shareholder value for a for-profit company and just say, we don't believe in the future of AI.
I have another question.
I still don't get who doesn't believe in the future of AI?
The board. If the board is the reasons why that are coming out are so corny and stupid that I cannot believe that's the reason.
So what do you think the reason is?
I think
And
it's
they're
way
already-
worse.
And they're already trying to bring him back.
Oh, sure. Why not? It's $90 billion. We go to war for countries for billions of dollars. Why wouldn't we clean up someone's mess?
So what happened at the board meeting? D, tell me what happened at the board meeting where they're like, we have to fire.
We
What
were
if there's-
doing an
Hold on, hold on.
investigation. Listen, it's my turn to speak.
No, hold on.
No.
We're going to fire one of the 5 most important people in the world in technology right now.
Yeah.
We're
Yes.
going to get rid of them.
They did an investigation.
Over and over, literally.
Listen, you're talking. Shut up.
Don't say
These
shut
people,
up. Fuck you.
these people, they were doing an investigation and they found something that does not make sense. Some fishy stuff.
What? What is it?
Sex crimes, briberies,
Fraud.
AI, hiding data, stealing data, sharing data.
It's not a
You
good time
name
to be
it.
a
Okay,
Sam
so
right
then
now.
24 hours later, the board's trying to get him back.
Okay, have they gotten back?
They haven't.
Okay, exactly. As of
then
now, I'm
Every
right.
venture fund in the fucking planet is trying to back him
because
right
it's
now.
about money. That's it.
Yeah.
They're
No,
okay
but
with
if
it.
he's Epstein, you can't back Epstein.
That's true.
I
No
mean,
one's putting money
I
behind
think-
Epstein.
Every
let's see.
fund I know for a fact, everyone is trying to back him
Okay,
right
let's
now.
see when the check comes. Right now, he's untouchable. No one has given him a fucking dollar yet.
So I have a question.
No, he's untouchable. I agree. He can get money from anyone.
But he hasn't. It would have been announced already.
No, this is what's,
You know how easy it is to make a term sheet? It takes 5
Yeah,
fucking
it's a
minutes. I
difference.
got one in 5 minutes. I know.
it's difference between being a $90 billion company and a different company.
Okay, I have one more question. Another thing that I saw a lot of that I just didn't dive into and understand is a lot of people were taking shots at the whole effective altruism movement,
Yeah.
which I know was a big thing in the Sam Bankman-Fried thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what role that played? Was that a board? The board was super into effective
So that
altruism?
could be, at the end of the day, this board is just
super
a
woke.
bunch of morons and woke and just came up with this decision based on I don't know what finding they found that convince them that Sam Altman's like going to destroy the
I
world.
can guarantee you Sam Altman will either have his new OpenAI or he will be back as CEO and everything D said is wrong.
Okay.
So if he's back as CEO, like what happens to the board? Like
He's negotiating right now.
so they have to replace he has to replace the board,
No,
right?
that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
He has
And
to
so
replace the
then
board.
essentially what's the point of having a board at that point? There's no governance. Because at any time he wants to leave, this is employee mutiny.
I mean,
what happens?
Zuckerberg has no governance.
Well,
What do you
I
mean?
mean,
He has super shares.
No, he has governance. Remember, he was trying to do the metaverse and then completely cut that out.
It's
reverse.
all on him.
He wasn't forced though. He was advised.
It's on him. He has super shares. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, he still has governance, right? He still has a
there's
board that
no
he has to like
governance.
report
Of course
to.
he has governance. Of course. Every
Zuck
company-
has zero governance. He has super
Okay.
shares.
That's incorrect.
No, you can Google
can't commit
it.
fraud.
You can't just lie. You can't lie to
You're
your
not going to commit
shareholders.
fraud, but
But
no
not-
one can
yeah.
overrule Zuck.
He can run the company into the ground.
He can run the company in the ground, yes, but
That's
he
the
cannot
difference.
commit fraud.
Yeah, so are you accusing Sam Altman of fraud?
I don't know. Clearly, he's not been
So
candid with the
all
board.
I'm saying is,
he has not been candid with the board.
That's what they said.
The board.
I don't know where I
The board
stand here.
says he can't
Well, the thing about it, my position is he elected the board. Those are his people, right? And if he's not candid with his people and his people fired him so hastily, there's something here that's just not shaking right.
Yeah, I agree.
But what if it's like really just some succession, like jealousy type, like that
I think the company got too big and too powerful, and they were just like, "Hey, we don't like how."
What if they're
fast
scheming on the
losing
side and they're like, yeah, I should be CEO of this thing. Yeah,
I don't think any of the
I think
board
Sam
members.
Altman's the most backable founder in the world right now.
But how is he backable by everyone? Which I agree. I've never seen such an outpouring of support on social media. How is it that he's so backable by everyone in the world
Except his board.
except his own board?
It makes no
That's
sense.
crazy.
It makes no sense at all.
He has a bad board.
It's
That's a
his
terrible
fault.
board. You might as well literally have a board. You might as well just walk into a room and
It's
there's
his
just
fault.
I mean,
At the
most
end of the day,
boards
it's
are
100% his
terrible.
fault.
Most boards are terrible. Like,
Yeah, but
let's be
you
clear.
select the
that's
board.
like, do you realize that's like,
It's not full of VCs that are like trying to like take a piece of the company or trying to like direct it
Most
in a
boards
certain
are
way.
absolutely terrible.
but that's beyond, that's like monumentally bad. If
Yeah.
your sort of scenario is right, which to be honest, I think it's possible. I think it's possible that this is just the most catastrophic board decision
Yes,
that we have
I-
ever seen in the history of business.
I think
He's
it's
super creepy and touchy.
yes. I think it's that big of the gamut, and we have to let it play out.
well, the number
do
of
you mean by
people
let
that
it
are
play
willing to
out?
back Sam Altman right
Doesn't
now
mean anything.
is like
Whatever.
endless.
Doesn't mean people don't care. Do you think people have moral high ground? They don't.
Yeah, he'll be fine. I also heard a rumor that Michael Lewis is following him around currently.
Yeah, that was another rumor.
Yeah, Michael Lewis.
That'd be
That's
hot.
the case. Hot.
Hot book.
That's what happened to SBF.
Yeah.
And that book's out.
And that book was terrible.
Was it? I didn't read it.
No, but everyone said it was literally was just a pup beefs on SBF.
Hmm.
He did interviews. He literally was just not
Yeah, that's annoying.
honest about SBF.
Well, hopefully this one will be
I
different.
mean, this guy's in jail for 115 years.
I know.
And Michael Lewis talked about him like he's a genius.
I mean, remember what's his name? Sorkin that interviewed him while everyone knew he was busted.
yeah.
I think Sam Bankman-Fried is just a charming guy, and he convinces everyone that he's doing something for the sake of humanity. He's one of those guys. He's such a sociopath.
But if you think about literally all we've talked about is that every VC, there's memes about it. If you're an AI company, they'll invest. If blah, 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 AI, writers are striking, AI, that all comes back to one person. Yeah. And it's this guy.
yeah.
So what would it take? It just blows my mind. We're going to find out.
By the
We're
way,
gonna find out.
the best VCs in the world invested in SBF too. So what's the
I know, but this
shocker
is
that
so-
they'll give Sam Altman more money? These people are not that good at picking people.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. But I think like
I mean, I
there's
don't
not
necessarily
one,
agree, D, but
there's not one person who is more at the tip of the spear of every conversation.
Yeah. That's why it's really crazy to get fired. I think something happened that we'll probably never know that raises a lot of questions.
I think we would hear from
No, they'll
from-
come out at this point. In the information age,
But I think
I mean-
your friends would find out.
Who? On Quora?
Yeah, Cora, I heard they're doing a AMA later.
Reddit will find out.
I heard they're doing an AMA with the fucking.
If you go on Reddit and search that, yeah, let me tell you, you're not going to
yeah.
like what you
You're
see
gonna
on it.
find Dean's
Yeah,
direction.
my story is 100%
I
true on
think
Reddit.
he's
Yeah.
just a closet Redditor.
Well, it is weird. Let me say this. It is weird that his sister, if this is factual, because I guess I could be
Some
wrong.
people are denying it now.
Okay.
Now it's being, the PR machine is shutting it
Because the
down.
word was that his sister put out a statement that said that like years ago
yeah.
that like I was abused
Yeah.
by my brothers, mostly Sam.
So, all right, let's switch it, right? If you're Sam Altman,
yeah.
Why
Okay.
switch that? You're just denying that happened. Or would
what
you
about
say
that?
it's worth looking into?
How do you feel
it's
about
worth.
that?
Of course, it's worth looking into. If he's a fucking criminal, fucking jail his ass.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not. Let's put that aside.
Okay.
I'm not saying.
Well, you can't put it aside. We just say we have to see it's true.
We'll see if it's true.
Yeah, I'm not accusing him of being a criminal. D is.
Okay, what were you going to
Let's
say?
be really clear. D is accusing
Yes.
Sam Altman as being a pedophile. I'm not.
Lots of
I'm not.
No,
I'm
listen,
not.
He didn't
I just
necessarily
said
say
you
it.
have to look into everything when you get fired from the hottest company ever. You have to see what are all the reasons that would possibly get you fired, because creating too much wealth has never got you fired. I just don't believe it's just some like, oh, he doesn't believe in the authority of AI and when the government, like
I
some
will say D
altruism
has,
shit.
Also, it doesn't help that D has had a good track record.
On what?
Like the same way that Anand,
I
called
predicted COVID, lockdowns, Drake, everyone. Like
D's
I'm really
predicted
hot.
a lot of sexual assaults.
Yes.
What were the other ones he's predicted?
Privately, I've done a lot.
There's a lot. I don't know if
I've
I
done
want
a
to.
lot,
I
and
don't know
everyone
what's
knows
been
that.
public, but there's been a lot of like, that guy was blah blah blah. Like somebody silently steps down,
Yeah.
and then later on he ends up being right.
Yeah.
So he just has a bias towards.
I just don't believe. I unfortunately, I am negative. I'm a pessimist. I'm not a techno optimist.
No, I think that you just jump into a pattern, maybe a little too quickly sometimes. But the problem is
Yeah.
you've been proven right, which is strangely timed step down means sex crime.
Yeah.
and the thing is, if you place that bet 10 times, you're probably right 6 of them.
Which is better than
Yeah.
5.
Better than being wrong.
I don't know if it's 5. It's probably like 3.
No, I don't know.
But what was you were about to make a point on it.
Yeah, my point was basically like, I think Sam Altman's the most backable founder in the world right now.
Pending.
pending
Pending D
investigation?
being pending D's pedophile accusations of him.
I didn't say pedophile.
I don't think it
sex
necessarily is
crimes.
yeah, I think he's throwing out a very wide net.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
it
didn't say
includes,
pedophile.
it includes pedo.
It includes pedo. Yeah, you're right.
Anand, what do you think
Including
happened?
but not limited to.
What?
What do you think happened?
I think
He said he thinks the board is.
I think the board just really incompetent. Because there's no reason that the number of people that want to back him immediately.
Yeah. But do you
is-
realize, like, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not saying that you're wrong because once
This
again,
happened with Rippling.
I know, but Rippling
So
and
Zenefits-
OpenAI are so different.
No,
I know, but
agreed.
Zenefits and OpenAI are different planets.
OpenAI
I agree,
is like
but
the
Zenefits,
old-
everyone roasted the founder,
Yeah.
and the smartest investors backed Rippling, and Rippling became a good company.
Yeah.
And
I'm
they,
just saying-
they did the same shit. They're like, oh, but there's actually no sex accusations here.
Well,
There
it's
is,
candid.
right.
He wasn't
At
candid.
Zenefits, there were sex accusations.
There is
But
accusations.
saying that he wasn't
There are
candid
Twitter,
could
mega
mean.
Twitter accounts that posted it. I didn't come up with
So
that.
you think he
fucking
did nothing
theory.
wrong? It's just like
I'm not saying I know anything.
Oh.
I'm just saying the fact that very smart people are willing to continue
I
to
mean,
back
smart
him
people does
over
not
the-
mean they're
over
right.
the back.
I mean, Bill
I think
Gates
they're willing
spent a
to
lot of
back
time
him
with
for the money.
Epstein post conviction.
Yes.
I think VCs are going to back him because there's going to be a return on
It's
there.
just money.
I don't really
Of course,
think they're
there's too much
backing
money at
him
stake.
based on the morals, ethics of it all.
Look, I'm not going to make a claim
Yeah.
about, the crimes that D believes that happened.
Yeah.
I just think he's,
Yeah, that's fair. I think it's got to
Yeah.
be one or the other, really.
and it
I
would
think
come
it's
out quickly if
50-50.
they were
No, that's
Actually,
that's
there.
It is what it is at that point.
I mean, but gosh, we're so lucky to get this entertainment.
It's unbelievable content. It's
good.
Here's what I love about it. These people who claim to be the smartest people on earth are morons. All of them. 100% of them. They're
But when you
dysfunction-
when you
They're
see
so
the clown show,
dysfunctional.
because either way, no matter what happened, a board fired a guy, and then Microsoft
That's the
had no
one part
idea,
I
that.
would love to disagree with D on everything, but he's right on this.
This is
Everyone's a moron.
disgusting. They just tore down arguably the greatest fucking
Yeah.
company
Yeah.
we've ever seen in fucking world history. They tore it down over the weekend.
Well,
And the fact
it's
that,
not
like-
torn down yet. If he comes back, everything's
No,
good.
it doesn't matter. If Sam's done, this OpenAI is a zero.
Let's say if he comes back though, everything.
Even
If he
if
comes back on
OpenAI
Monday, he's
comes
new
down,
CEO.
They got bruised for no reason. Why wasn't this done privately?
I think
I was gonna say.
Sunder's in on it. Sunder. That's actually the
Maybe
great
he was
conspiracy.
plotting.
You think it's an
Yeah.
acquisition play?
Sunder.
You think
Yeah,
he's trying
just
to
like, you know what? Fuck you. You're
Yeah,
out.
we were all shitting on Google last
Yeah.
week, and so there was like, "Fuck this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might have heard the pod.
Yeah.
This is why I don't
I
get.
love Cinder. What up,
Why?
bro?
He goes to his kids go to school with our cousins' kids.
It's amazing. The thing I don't get, like you just said, D, is not only is it such a clown fest, but the fact that it's playing out on Twitter
Yes.
as opposed to playing out
Yeah.
in fucking meetings.
Anthony sent us like a vigil in San Francisco, people holding candles
Is that
for Sam
real?
Altman. I was like, there's no way this is real.
Is it real?
And he's like, it's real.
It's real.
I don't believe it's real.
I don't either.
If that is real, the whole thing is a clown show.
maybe he should run for president at that point.
He
Like,
said he was going to.
Sam
He
Altman.
posted it.
What?
Maybe he should run for
Sam
president.
Altman said, I'm running for president.
Okay, good luck, bro.
Like, maybe he should.
You're gonna run OpenAI. You think you're gonna run the country?
Isn't that
They're
real?
holding
I thought you guys
vigils,
haven't
like-
seen that? Am I right?
I think he had posted it at some point.
I think he did, and
He
I
has
think,
no shot at presidency. Let me tell you. You don't got my vote, Sam.
It's just insane how, to your point, drama, how big of a clown show things at the highest stakes are.
I want everyone to feel good. It is a
that's
hard time right now to run a business. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Things are very, 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 very difficult for anyone to run a business right now. And the company that has everything in the world going for it is
Yeah.
a clown show.
Yeah.
Clowns.
That's probably the major takeaway in all of this.
Barnum and
That's
Bailey.
what I was saying at the beginning.
Barnum and Bailey.
Yeah. It makes you feel so good.
The
'cause
grass
it's
is
like,
not greener.
You should always understand that, like, you think all these people that we all, like, idolize, they're all useless.
Yeah. Because there's one company. If you said, like, let's say
I idolize Tom Brady.
let's say I called you. Let's say
But
someone.
Tom Brady has said this.
Here's 6 titles, bro. 6 titles.
I don't know.
What
The
does Sam Altman have?
way he was kissing his son, I still am stuck.
And, like,
Sadly, that's how my kids kiss me now, so I can't hate on them. When I was leaving just now, my youngest was like, "No on the lips." I'm like, "No."
You're Tom. You're fucking
but
Tom. Now you get it.
his post, 6 titles. I think it's 7.
Tom Brady is 6, I think.
The Bucks was the 7.
Oh my god.
That's a guy with no problems. Okay.
Hot.
Well, what do? We wrap it up on that? Like, do we? That's it. That's all we know for now, right?
So we all know. I mean, here's all I have to tell you. We made a comment last week that we said when you go to Thanksgiving, would people know what ChatGPT is and what OpenAI is?
Oh yes, this is what I asked Josh. Now, what's the number?
Say still the same.
Still the same. No one cares.
No, we had 2 questions. We said, would anyone know at Thanksgiving dinner who Sam Altman is?
that number went up.
That number went up, but it's not.
I think the
like-
ChatGPT number stayed the same.
We
I
said
think
of a number 10, would people know what OpenAI or ChatGPT? So
Yeah,
what's
I
the
think
number?
I think they know.
Break it down from a 10.
I think 8 know ChatGPT and 7 know Sam Altman now.
Oh wow.
Wow.
I think I would have said 8 and
Are you going to
4.
Nashville?
TBD.
Can I go to Nashville?
Yeah, you can plan to do some crowdsourcing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm dying. I mean,
If I go,
I'm
I'll
actually going to do it because I'm actually going to be in Albuquerque.
there you go.
Are you really?
Yeah, with my in-laws family. I'm going to do a poll. I'm going to stop the dinner and have people raise their hand. 22
Why
people.
Albuquerque?
My
22?
wife's mom
From there?
is from Albuquerque,
Wow.
and they have like a ton of family coming there for Thanksgiving, and we've never really met all of them. So we
That's
figured,
cool.
fuck it, let's go.
That's cool.
It's going to be fun.
Okay, we'll do
that's
it.
a
Yeah.
great.
That's a
poll.
great crowd.
Yeah, I'm going to do
Yeah.
it right there. It's
Yeah.
23 people
can
at
you,
dinner.
Can you first ask Sam Altman,
Yeah.
ChatGPT, OpenAI?
I'm going to do ChatGPT first.
No, you got to do Sam.
You say, have you heard of this ChatGPT thing?
Okay.
Yeah. I think you start with ChatGPT. And they say, did you hear what's happening with, did you hear about the Sam Altman guy?
I'm just going to say, have you heard of Sam Altman? I don't want to say, have you heard what's happening with Sam Altman?
Yeah.
So
Then
I'm sure you guys when you do the what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for Sam Altman
Yeah.
getting fired from OpenAI.
Yeah.
It just gave us so much content.
No, I think you just do an interview.
Oh, okay. Right there.
Yeah, when they say hey, what are you thankful for?
All right. Who's heard of OpenAI? Raise your hand.
I just want to let you guys know that I just Googled to see if it was this story made mainstream news. And 1 hour ago, there's a story from CNN Business that says Sam Altman is back at OpenAI with a guest badge. And there's a photo of him.
Oh, yeah, people are going to know.
Why is he a guest? Picking up his stuff?
He's been fired.
Posted a tweet and it said that this is the first and last time I'm going to have to need this badge.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Now they're just playing into it.
Well, I think, it's incredible drama.
I think this dude is
Incredible.
scary. Like, I'm terrified of him. He's like Lex Luthor. Like, this is some Lex Luthor shit.
And then you can play the counter. Is this all just bogus and it's a publicity stunt?
No, too ballsy.
I don't think it's a publicity.
It makes him look bad.
It's
Because you could manipulate Microsoft stock. This is
I think
Yeah, that's
50
true.
billion of Microsoft stock went down. I mean, it's too much. Too much money.
first and last
Simler's
time I
loving it.
ever wear one of these.
I mean, is AI like the biggest disaster of all time?
What do you mean?
Like the speed at which AI is happening, we all thought it was like the promise of this new future. Clearly it is. And then the company that's supposed to bring it to us just fell apart.
We're going to find out. We don't know. It could literally just be the world's worst
Company.
board.
So Emil, who was part of the Travis posse at Uber, basically said, he just tweeted right now, it seems like OpenAI is almost over the conflict and we avoid getting Bill Gurley'd because Bill Gurley got Travis fired. This is like for tech nerds,
This is
porn.
yeah, literally.
Are they jerking off over this?
Yes,
100%.
for
There are
sure.
Indian males jerking
Indian
off.
males are jerking off right now.
Oh my God,
ChatGPT.
And Emil, who also got outed at Uber, said, "Don't get girly." #.
Damn.
And this thing's got 20,000 views in the last 20 minutes. This is Indian porn.
Indian porn, huh? When you Google this on YouPorn, Indian porn, it's a 4-hour
It's
video
just-
about
It's
this.
just Sam Altman with a guest pass.
The gas pass is crazy.
Holy Jesus
So
Christ.
I think he's back.
Oh, how
It
fun.
seems like he's back.
This started on Friday.
We started 45 minutes ago. I think he's back.
Did this start on Friday?
Friday.
This might be a publicity stunt.
What a weekend these
Yeah,
guys
Before
had.
the
my
markets open on
conspiracy
Monday?
theory might be right.
This
It's
might be a
brought
publicity
so-
stunt. It doesn't get resolved as fast.
It brought so much notoriety to this company.
Everyone knows it now.
Everyone, Thanksgiving, they might have listened to our pod and said, "Who knows about OpenAI?"
Yeah, they said, we'll get
And
those
then the
numbers
PR
out.
team said,
And
you know
you guys
what? We're firing this motherfucker tonight.
And you guys all said, "OpenAI." No one knows what OpenAI is. No one knows who Sam Altman is.
Yeah.
Now
And
everyone
now
knows.
Thursday,
They said, how about now?
everyone about now.
The PR person DM'd us. How about now,
shit.
It might
bitch?
be the best marketing play.
I
What
think
a
it's
weekend.
marketing.
Might be the best marketing play since
I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore, but it seems he's.
All right.
Well,
Okay.
Let's
shout out to
move on.
him.
Well, we'll know by the end of the week. Well, actually, we'll know tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll
Might
know
know
by
by the end of the pod.
Thanksgiving.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Okay, D, you went to ComplexCon.
I did.
How was it?
It's so fun.
Can you give for group chat how important ComplexCon is?
So ComplexCon is basically a streetwear shopping and food festival that is inspired by the magazine Complex.
This is also the last time I'll say it, I promise, but it's why we started group chat.
Yes,
Yes.
I was going to lead to that.
Okay.
So in 2017, they did their first ever ComplexCon. And I think we went and we were like, oh, this is great. Oh, I think 2016 was the first ever ComplexCon.
I think it was the second
But
we
it was
did
during Anand's wedding, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so we didn't get to go.
Yep.
And so the year later we went and we decided to start our podcast commenting on ComplexCon.
Yep, because we were talking about foot traffic and sales and all this.
Yes, all that good stuff. And so have to go every year. Went, shout out to Aaron Levant, Neil Wright, Mark Sperling, who took care of us. And it's just like a cultural event. It's fashion brands, it's music, it's food. It's just the culture getting together and like there's drops and it's just a moment, right? And it's fun. It's like it's an incredible like lens into youth culture.
Yeah.
And I went Saturday afternoon. Once I got to Long Beach, the traffic, parking was bananas because I got there quite late.
Yep.
And Saturday. Yeah. And got in and so many group chat listeners there.
Really?
Wild. The amount of group chat listeners that came up to me was wild. So shout out to everyone that was there.
Yeah.
Give us your thoughts on Sam Altman.
Who?
The listeners.
The listeners from Complex Con?
Yeah.
I think they wanted the gallery department ASICs instead.
They're like, who?
Yeah, Sam who? Get me those damn shoes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was just like, it's just fun to see like just people. And it was crazy is like a lot of the group chat listeners that I met were from all over the country. They were not local. A few were local, but a lot of them were all over the country that came just for the weekend to shop and just hang out and kind of feel the vibes. It's awesome. Like, I think like things like Complex Con and all subcultures in general, those moments that happen are so fun and so cool for so many people. I do think, it's expensive. Like, just obviously I got fortunate. I got a free ticket, but like, for kids,
how much are tickets?
It was 100 with all because I had to buy 2 for some friends.
Yep.
I think like $140 after the fees. And then
You think that's expensive for the audience?
what?
You think
Did
that's
you
really
bring your
expensive for the
kids?
audience? The kids
No, I
are
didn't
buying
bring
like
the kids.
$100 t-shirts.
I know, but if you think about it, you have to buy a ticket. You're gonna buy food. You're
Oh,
gonna
I
buy
see.
drinks, and then you have
Parking.
to shop.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Everything's expensive to buy, right?
everything. Yeah, nothing was inexpensive.
Yeah.
People are selling kind of like hype, limited edition product.
Yeah.
I think the fun part for us is that we know all these people for so long.
Yep.
So
It's always like a reunion.
It is a reunion. You see all old friends, which is really, really fun. So many people now have like old ass kids,
Yeah.
not even young kids anymore.
Yeah.
Like, here's my 17-year-old. I was like, what?
Yeah. That's what's funny. We're kind of like starting to get past the baby phase.
Yeah, like literally people do not even have babies. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh, my son just graduated college. You should go meet him. I was like, what? You have college age kids?
And you get an internship.
Yeah, literally. And so it's awesome. It was fun and like exciting just to see, curious. It's always curious to see what people are wearing. Yeah. Like, I remember a few years ago, the tide had shifted to Adidas and Yeezy.
Yep.
Now the tide has shifted 100% back to Nike.
Jordans everywhere.
Yeah, just, Dunks, Jordans,
A lot of pandas still?
a lot of Pandas still.
Yeah.
So you saw a lot of Nikes. And then like on t-shirts, there was no like through line of brands. It was like anything. It was just like very like almost DIY.
Seems hard to have a t-shirt line at the moment.
Yeah. Like I don't think there's a brand that speaks to all the kids. I think even within streetwear, there's like 30 subcultures. Like if you're Latino, you're wearing a brand. If you're Black, you're wearing a brand. If you're white, you're wearing a brand. If you're Asian, you're wearing a brand.
Yeah.
And like, you're just basically based on like the artists you like, you're wearing a brand.
Yep.
What was the demographic from an ethnic perspective?
Very diverse. Like Cam, who's in the audience here, I was like, man, I didn't see any white people when I was there. And he said he saw a lot in the morning, and I saw in the afternoon, I did not see white people.
So what was it?
Everything but white people, right? And I saw like, the funny thing is when I saw white people, it was like more like a dad and his kid. Like it was like a father-son moment type stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's just like, and I also was shocked that it trended older than I thought it would be. Like I didn't see like 15-year-olds walking around, or as many as I thought would.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Did you watch any shows or no?
I saw Zach DJ, Bia,
What did he do? He brought out a bunch of people?
Lil Yachty and Don Toliver. And
But he would trend young.
he would, I think for a 14-year-old to spend that kind of money, like you're off the Drake show. Taylor Swift.
Yeah, parents just broke
You
the bank
spent
on
so
Taylor
much money.
Swift for your
You spent
sister.
so much money the last 3 months.
Yeah,
I think Travis was 2 weeks ago.
Travis was 2 weeks ago. Yeah,
Yeah,
Sunday
exactly.
night.
That's what I'm saying.
Last
Like,
Sunday.
Yeah, you're out of money.
if you're 14, you got to have like $20K a year just to be
Yeah, that's
lit.
crazy.
party budget.
To be lit.
Yeah.
The lit budget.
That's good. Okay. So
Yeah.
success.
Sex.
Okay. Also, F1 is happening in Vegas.
It happened last night.
Yeah, happened, I guess. Yeah.
I attempted to watch it for 5 minutes.
You got to watch Drive to Survive or whatever it's called. Is that what it's called?
The actual race, stupid.
Yeah. It's only the show on Netflix. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think F1's
That's
over.
F1?
I agree.
I think F1's over.
I agree. Yeah. Why?
It's
I
over.
think it's bigger than ever.
No, I think it's worse than ever.
Judging by what?
The Vegas turnout. It wasn't that good.
Did you see the stands?
Was it bad?
The stands were empty.
So
Oh.
every friend
That's not
that
good.
we know that went, and we were on multiple text threads,
Yeah.
everyone said they left within 20 minutes. They said it was the dumbest event they've ever been to.
Wow.
Hey, I mean, the problem is I don't disagree, but I thought like it's
And
the
we knew
biggest thing in the-
someone, our mutual friend, was in Brazil the week before for F1 Brazil, and he said it was crickets.
Wow.
I thought it's bigger than ever.
I think Netflix ruined F1.
I thought they made F1.
I think they made it from like a cultural standpoint, and now
Like it played it out. It's like a hot brand that
because
got.
people actually realize how stupid it is to stand in a stand to watch one car go by for 2 seconds.
Also, like
It's
to
a
my
tough
understanding,
watch.
it's not very competitive.
I mean,
Sure.
and the same
Like
guy
the same
wins every
person
time.
wins
Sure.
every
So like
single.
Lewis Hamilton won for 10 years. Now
Yeah.
this new guy, Max,
Verstappen.
wins every.
Essentially,
win?
playing for like second place.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean,
Did
he
win?
won.
Who won?
Max Verstappen. He
Did
won.
he won?
Yeah, he wins. He wins every time.
Verstappen.
I mean, so look.
Okay, so
I
it's
think,
a Netflix show. It's a very expensive Netflix show.
I think Netflix ruined F1. That's my take.
I thought they.
no, but it's
I
probably
thought they
more
made
money.
it bigger than ever.
I think there's more money than ever in F1. The
Is it
fact
like
that
the TV? Is the TV viewing crazy?
Think about it. If you,
It's just
I
really
think
bad in person?
It started at like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night in LA.
10 p.m. Pacific time was when the race started.
Okay, 10 p.m. That means nobody in the East Coast watched it. Nobody in the West Coast watched it. It was obviously for people on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
It probably looked cool on TV.
It was Vegas. It was cold.
Yacht owners in Monaco. Is that all the?
I think,
I feel like people in like India watch F1.
no, I think,
Same kid who jerked off after Sam Altman coming back is watching F1.
The big weekend.
That's
Imagine
the
like,
audience.
like you're so confused this weekend. Max,
No, but I mean, it was like rich people, right? It's supposed to be a status symbol. That's originally
No, no,
everyone
I-
historically
where's
has
the
been
money come from?
Rolex wearing.
I mean,
You know,
The TV rights just.
I was watching the CEO of CrowdStrike, which is a cybersecurity firm. He's like a big sponsor of Mercedes. He's on CNBC on Friday. I'm watching it. And he's saying that, we were ahead. We were early. We started investing in the sport in 2018, 19. And the host goes, why does a B2B cybersecurity company advertise for F1? She goes, he goes like, the companies, the CEOs of these brands and they all have cybersecurity issues, and it's just a way to reach them. I was like, no, motherfucker, you want to go to F1, and this is your...
and you want to get to Delilah Vegas.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm going to blow your guys' minds.
Yes.
2022 is what we're talking about here. This is, I believe, right after the Netflix show came up
Yeah.
and blew up F1. The season averaged, the season averaged blank million viewers per race across ESPN, ESPN2, and ABC.
In America.
Yep. What's the number per race? So Vegas race, how many million viewers?
1.5.
Okay.
I'd say 6.
I'll say
300,000.
500,000.
300,000.
500,000.
I mean, I gave it away with the million. 1.2.
Oh, 1.2.
Yeah.
That's way higher.
There's no one.
That's garbage. And increase over the previous year.
Wow.
Okay, look at this. It's a 28% increase over the previous U.S. television record of 950,000.
Yeah. So no one in America cares. Do you know how many people
2022
watch?
season became the first U.S. television history average over 1 million viewers.
I think F1's the dumbest thing that
Is
has
it
happened
global?
to America.
Do you know how many people watch Washington, Oregon State? Probably 8 million people. 8 million people probably watch
More.
Washington, Oregon State.
So it's more global?
It's a global. There's probably like 600 million people in India that watched it. The problem is, unfortunately
You
for
can't
advertisers,
monetize them.
it's not worth monetizing.
Okay, so this
Yeah, so for example, today there was the Indian versus
Cricket.
Australia cricket, and I'm sure a billion people watched it.
Yeah, the whole
You
country
can't
probably tuned
monetize
in.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. In America, my mom.
Okay, so this
Who
says
else?
globally, average number of Formula One racing TV viewers worldwide, 2021 is 70 million. This whole thing doesn't make sense.
Just focus on college football and NFL.
I'm just dumbfounded.
Like
I thought F1
Broncos
was.
and who are they playing tonight? The Vikings.
Yeah.
Two trash teams.
That'll be
20 million people.
No, 27. It'll be 27 million people.
America just we need to stick to our bubble.
So F1 is just a really, really expensive Netflix show to produce.
Yes.
Wow. Broncos took the lead. With a minute left.
That's where the interest. That was literally an example of an F1 conversation.
I mean, NFL is just too good.
Okay.
All right, let's move on.
All right, let's move on. What else do we have? We have.
Can we talk about Dean Phillips? You know who Dean Phillips is?
Oh, the all-in guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you listen to All In episode?
Oh, the presidential candidate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if he has a shot, but Dean
shot.
Phillips started.
He can't even make it on all the ballots.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, logically, no shot.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes, agree.
Okay.
We can agree, and then we can talk about him.
Sure.
This guy started. Him and his dad started Belvedere Vodka.
Yeah. I
Sold
heard
it to LVMH. He actually had really negative things to say about LVMH. I don't
Yeah,
know
he
if you
shit on
heard that.
LVMH.
He shit on LVMH.
On a separate thing?
No,
on the pod.
Oh. I was
It was
kinda
like
in
they were the most like dishonest negotiators we've ever
Oh.
experienced.
Wow.
Anyways, he's obviously made a fortune. Then he started Gelato Company. Democratic congressman from Minnesota.
Yep.
And he's one of the first people in this like, kind of fuckery world we are in politics.
Yep.
I listened to everything he said. I was like, I would back this dude no matter what.
Yeah.
He shit all over Biden.
You shit on Biden?
Kind of. Not really.
No, he did.
You said he was cognitively declining.
Yeah. Which I don't think is a
Controversial statement.
Yeah.
Wait, real quick.
Yeah.
What made you say that? Like, what makes you like? What did he say exactly? It was like,
I think he's a business guy that actually is, progressive like I am and cares about the issues that I care about, but he's doing it from a business perspective.
I'm gonna do some research on him.
Yeah, that makes sense. That totally checks out. And once again, I was kind of in and out of the room, but there wasn't anything he said that I would like argue about. I thought it seemed way better than.
He has one flaw in his story that I don't like,
What's that?
that I think he should kill before he goes mainstream. He was talking about that his children were crying after Donald Trump got elected.
Mm.
You need to stop with that shit.
Yeah, I agree.
That shit's fucking lame.
We don't like soft kids.
No, yeah. Your college kid is crying and you FaceTime? No,
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, I agree.
No,
That's some pussy shit.
Whether it happened or not doesn't matter.
No, but you shouldn't talk about it.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think it's
You
not
shouldn't
good
talk
about the
about
story.
it.
Yeah,
You should not talk about it.
I agree.
Pussy shit.
Yeah, I agree.
We want college football. We want Mike Penix Jr.
We have mutual. I mean, wait till I Caleb Williams then. This guy's crying.
You
This
gotta
guy's
win.
crying with his mom.
You can't. I'm
He's
sorry.
talking about his 18-year-old daughter. What are you
These
talking
are
about
wrong.
Caleb?
But
He's a
Caleb's
quarterback.
18 years
These
old.
are
The moment Caleb
Can't
cried,
be
you
talking about
guys
quarterback.
hopped off the bandwagon.
win.
though. The moment he cried, you guys were off the bandwagon.
Exactly.
I know that you weren't
I keep
related.
it 100.
But literally, I saw him crying, and they came in here, and I'm like, "What's up with your team?" And you're like, "They're done."
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I think you.
I'm
have
a
to-
front runner, bro.
I think this is where I'm going to corner D right now.
Yep.
A random candidate who has a daughter crying
Yeah.
versus
Trump.
a superstar quarterback.
This is why you're wrong. I'm gonna corner you. I'm gonna corner you.
Superstar
Donald Trump
quarterback
getting
crying.
elected. Some rich spoiled brat is crying because Donald Trump got
Not a
elected.
good look.
Rich spoiled brat.
It's just not good for
Caleb
the story
Williams
anymore.
fucking poured his heart out and lost.
And lost again.
America
No,
likes
that's
that.
different.
He lost again. He lost
I know, but
again.
it's him. It's
And he
him.
didn't show up to
America likes
reporters.
emotion.
Rich white girl fucking crying because of her rich white life. That is some pussy shit.
You can't
I'm
lose
sorry.
twice
Yeah,
and
that's
keep
true.
crying.
No.
Stop crying.
Okay, it's
That's true.
him,
You're
though.
both right. Look,
He's
you're both
crying
right.
'cause
We
of
should
him.
stop the crying.
His effort.
But also, that's not I think that would have been a good part of the story in 2020.
No, yeah, it's a bad.
I think
it turned me
now-
off as
yeah.
soon as I heard that. I was like, all right, I'm
But
done
listen,
with
the
this
guy's
guy.
So you don't like him?
I can't.
The guy's going to be
Wait,
on
so
like,
you don't like him because
He A/B tested that story, and he thinks that's a good story.
Well, it's working with some demographic.
I think everyone's just so
I
sick
don't
of the
think
like
it is.
Trump victim.
I think if you go to the National and you're against Trump, you're getting eviscerated if your kids are crying because he got elected.
He's not going to make it on any ballot.
Okay,
Yeah,
so then why
he's-
are we talking about him?
Well, 'cause
Ugh.
I think it was an interesting point that Anand brought up, which is that like a Democrat with like a like
To be
this
fair,
feels-
I did like everything he had to say. I liked his temperament.
Our Republican friends in our chat loved him.
I liked him. I liked him.
Like I think he's that feels
That's
like
very
to me
important.
if it was
That's very
like a Vivek versus Dean, like if that was the thing, that would feel like
yeah,
like
that'd be
there's some younger people
Yeah.
here.
We know where D stands now.
Yeah,
On
he's
Vivek.
Vivek all day.
Yeah.
But I'm just
Wait,
saying
you're all
You
in
don't even
Vivek?
know his name.
I don't care. I said his name.
doesn't matter. But I look, as opposed to imagine a debate with Biden Trump. It's just like, Jesus Christ. If it was, let's say, Dean Vivek, okay.
Yeah.
We're optimistic here.
Yeah. At least
But
there's
Dean
like
has no shot.
youthful energy that like has a shot to
You know,
change.
It's just a
is
shame.
53.
It's just, I know that's
Compared
wild.
to-
He didn't seem
compared to
53.
Biden,
I know.
No, I agree. That's what's funny about this whole
I
thing.
know, but in politics, 53 is like
Yeah.
fucking
53, you're like
spring
22
chicken.
years old.
Yeah.
One thing I don't know.
We're not getting another JFK or Obama. It's just not happening anymore.
No, I think it will. Like, I don't see a world where we get another 80-year-old president.
I think there was a world where you could have gotten AOC if the timing would have worked out right.
I mean, she's too young. She
the
can't run
right
yet.
would have
No,
gone
what I'm
crazy.
saying is if she was just of the age where she
yeah.
was the hottest post-Trump, I think you could have, I
Yeah,
think that
maybe.
could have happened.
Yeah, possible.
I think
People
now
would have
it's-
burned down their houses.
Well, now no chance. But I think there was a time when she was
can
like the
can
left
we
Trump.
backtrack? D doesn't like the fact that his daughter cried about Trump.
Yes.
And that's the only reason he doesn't want to hear about anything else he has to say.
Yeah.
What
It
is
turned me off.
So you stop listening.
My mood against him changed.
Because his daughter cried about Trump.
Yes, because
No,
I think he thought that was a good idea to mention. And I think that is if you're that smart, you know, we have moved on as a country from that moment. That would have resonated with people,
But
like
is
Drama
honesty
said in
bad?
2020.
Yeah.
Is honesty bad?
What?
Honesty bad?
Yes. If it does not help
But you know that's
it's
not
bad.
I don't
honesty.
think
You know
it was
that's
more
like
about
a
the honesty.
planned-
He thought that was a good idea.
I think it was more so like the perception of his daughter crying and that being something he
But
felt
then
like
I'm
he
sorry,
needed to
hold
do.
on. I just wanna clarify-
crying because Trump. It didn't affect you. I'm sorry. It affected a lot of other people. It did not affect you.
I also want to clarify a nuance of what Dee's saying that I don't think he's doing a good job of
Thank you.
explaining.
He's not doing. He's doing a terrible job. He thinks Sam Altman's a pedophile. And he thinks
Don't go back. Don't go back. Don't
Put
go
that on
back.
the podcast. It's not
woke.
getting edited.
The woke.
The point, I think the point that Dee's making is not that or not his daughter cried, not honesty, not it's that is part of his story
Marketing.
that he tied in on purpose, and to keep playing the like Trump victim card this late is just
Yeah,
played out and
no.
doesn't
That's
work.
fair.
No one's resonating.
Like if you
No.
pick your 10 bullet points and you say entrepreneur, raised here, this, that, daughter cried, that one's got to go.
Yeah, I agree. Daughter cried has to go.
Yeah.
I agree
That's
with
all.
that.
He was so hot. He was coming in and then he talks about. I was like, oh.
Well, no, that was the first thing he said.
I
What are
know.
you talking about?
Even
he wasn't hot until he said.
He talked about Belvedere. The Belvedere. The Belvedere was hot.
physically.
The Belvedere was hot. He's like Jay-Z, Belvedere. And then he talked about his daughter crying. I was like, I'm out this guy.
Was
Oh,
Jay-Z
DK.
first?
Jay-Z was before the daughter
that's
cried.
Yes, exactly. I was
like,
into it.
Jay-Z,
And then
I'm
he
on
said
board.
daughter crying.
But it sounds like Jay-Z got fucked out of the
I
Belvedere.
know. I didn't like how he talked about
know.
Jay-Z.
What
He was trashing Armadale vodka,
I know.
which I do not fuck with. I love Damon Dash and I love Jay-Z.
They didn't pay Jay-Z.
I mean, Jay-Z hates Damon Dash.
I know, but don't
he
shit
probably
on
hates
Armadale
Dean.
vodka.
I bet you Jay-Z hates Dean.
He should.
I bet you.
I bet you.
Yes.
He's putting his business
I
out
agree
there.
with that.
Yeah. He's like, that's the day I knew I needed to start my own alcohol.
Yeah, because I met Dean Phillips. I'm like,
Dean's
his
fucking
daughter's
dad.
crying. Get him out of here. Armadale vodka, here we come.
Okay, there's Mean Dean.
Sunday night.
What do we want to keep?
I want to talk about this. Thanksgiving is this weekend.
Yeah.
And we have not left for Thanksgiving in a very, very, very long time.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever traveled with children on Thanksgiving since we've had kids.
Yep.
We are traveling this weekend. We're going to Albuquerque, New Mexico.
How far is that flight?
2 hours.
Okay.
Short. Maybe even shorter.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just Googled Thanksgiving travel, like traffic
Yeah.
record.
Record.
So this is just Delta Airlines. Delta Airlines says it expects to carry between 6.2 and 6.4 million passengers from November 17th to November 28th. So unfortunately, Delta is the only airline that goes to Albuquerque.
Yeah, Delta's the one that goes to Nashville too.
Yeah. In 2019, 6.25 million people traveled. So we're expecting to beat that number. Last year, 5.7 million. So all the talk about recession, inflation, people are saying that Thanksgiving travel is costing cheaper
Yeah.
than it did last year. I mean, I didn't think our tickets were all that inexpensive.
Yeah.
We're flying 4 economy seats to Albuquerque. I expect that flight to cost $300.
Yeah. Me too.
It was not.
Yeah.
It was-
It definitely wasn't cheaper to Nashville either.
Yeah. And so people do say there are better fares. That was like the kind of common theme here. But record traffic all over the country for Thanksgiving.
I wonder why. Like, are we just slowly coming back from COVID still?
Like where you would go somewhere for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, did behavior change so much that then, maybe people had
I think
older
it's
family
a
members?
YOLO
and-
mentality, right?
We're
COVID.
still YOLOing?
I think people just got so traumatized by lockdowns that they're just like, hey, we have to do everything all the time.
Just all the time forever until our credit card stops working.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of people probably moved to different cities, going back home.
It does
Yeah.
read, if you read, I think the biggest thing, which once again, I know nothing about, but doesn't seem good, is just the credit bubble. It just seems like everyone's YOLOing their credit cards.
Yep.
The government's going to save us.
They have to.
Why
They
not?
have no choice. Good for Bitcoin, huh? Bitcoin's
It's hot.
Bitcoin's good for YOLOing.
Bitcoin's good for when they have to print, trillions more dollars and just absolutely fuck up the US dollar.
Okay. Let's talk about Diddy.
Oh gosh, the end of Diddy.
So
I mean, who's
can you
working
guys
on
break
the
this down?
surviving Diddy A&E?
what do you want me to break down? Cassie filed a lawsuit on Friday
Yeah.
saying that she was sexually assaulted while dating Diddy.
She said a lot of things.
And
She
she
said
said
a
all kinds of
lot
things.
of
Something about
things.
Suge Knight.
You don't got to do any Sam Altman guessing on that
Yeah,
lawsuit.
yeah.
No.
She basically went all in. And by Saturday, a nice settlement was done.
There's a lot of business happening quick this weekend.
Yes. we're in that chat GPT age.
Yeah, just
Boom.
bop, 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 yeah.
Did he
These
put in
lawyers
how
are
much
working
do I have
faster
to
than I
pay
ever noticed.
Cassie to
Yes.
make all this shit go away?
The lawyers are working real fast.
$63 million.
That went away fast.
So 100% Diddy did something really bad.
Well, look,
So you think
would
Diddy did something bad, but not Sam Altman did anything bad?
So I know from personal experience, my wife, Amanda, may or may not have been killed by Diddy at a party
If
that we
may or
were
may
all
not
at.
killed, did me saying she's dead?
Wait, is Amanda dead?
Are you saying your wife is dead?
Is
My
Amanda
wife's not dead.
Is Amanda dead?
Had he unleashed on her,
Yeah.
she would have been dead. And, or maybe not dead, but we would have got a nice settlement too.
See, you could have
Yeah, you could have been in the settlement. Yeah.
Did
so
he
what are you
sell
saying?
it,
You're
so-
saying that you have some personal
I have personal experience
that makes you
with-
feel.
That everything that comes out with Diddy, I believe because I saw it firsthand.
Yeah.
Damn.
Where Sam Altman has never tried to kill Amanda.
That's exactly-
Sam Altman has never touched you.
Or anyone in your
I
family.
met his brother.
One would think that fast of a settlement means
It was bad.
it was bad. And because look, so for the listener, like usually how this stuff goes is your lawyer comes to you and says, hey, there's all these charges against you. I think we should settle because if we don't, we're going to go to court.
Yeah.
Stories are going to be told. Witnesses are going to be called. Going to ruin everything. And so you should settle. Now, I've never heard of this fast of a settlement. This was fast.
Yeah.
Which does seem like, hey, let's not only not go to court, but let's stop this news story instantly.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
But I will say settlement is not an admission of guilt.
It's not.
Yeah. But that's, you gotta put that disclaimer out there.
But let me
yeah,
ask you
no,
this.
it looks crazy.
Let me ask you this. If we're being honest, intellectually honest here, what's the route to settle that quickly where you're not guilty?
There's other shit that
They-
could damage your reputation.
Just he doesn't
Or
want
that could come out in
discovery. He doesn't want to do discovery.
Exactly.
So you're not guilty of that, but you could be guilty
Yeah,
of other
so he's
things.
gonna fuck up
And
the
she
money a
probably
different way.
knows everything.
text messages coming out.
But so either way, like it's pretty guilty.
Something
Like
came
you might
out.
not be guilty of
Something was bad for sure.
Yeah.
Whether what he settled on is the actual crime
Yeah.
is the debate.
Okay, here's the next question I have is there has been stories about Diddy for a long time, public ones. One of them currently is that, Keefe D, who just got arrested for murdering Tupac,
Yeah.
said publicly that Diddy paid him. My question is, does Diddy go to jail ever?
No.
He never goes to jail, but
He just kind of
I
recedes.
think life gets tougher from
He
here.
gets canceled.
Yeah. I
So
think
he
he
just
becomes
kinda-
like a Russell Simmons.
But can Diddy chill out? Like Diddy is still out every night.
Yeah, so he posted like on social media pretty aggressively
post?
yesterday. Just
he
like
post?
toasting, like whatever.
Yeah.
champagne.
Yeah.
I think if he pushes it too hard, like
I don't know
let
if
me
he
tell you
can
something. You
chill.
haven't heard from Russell Simmons once.
I just don't think
Nothing,
that Diddy.
0.
I think they're two totally different. I don't know if Diddy can chill out.
Oh,
He
so then
can't.
if
That's
he
not his
can't chill
personality.
out, then he's gonna face the wrath.
Because this is pretty. I mean, look, what we're talking about here, and the like potential chain reaction of admissions or charges, or is like really severe shit. Like it's not like mellow. Like it's pretty deep and dark and crazy.
It is, yeah. I mean,
And this is how these things happen, right? The stories come out.
Everyone
And
who's
like so this story came out.
by the way, the 3 assistants basically posted in support of Cassie. If you want to go down that deep hole,
Look, I'm
Kid
not,
Cudi
assistants
too.
know
I'm not
more
gonna,
than anyone.
I'm not
Cudi
gonna
too.
like compare the two, but Danny Masterson, who is now going to be in jail for the rest of his life,
yeah.
like one story comes out and then 15 stories
the
come out.
floodgates open up.
But like, yeah. I thought this is the other thing though, is I thought this was going to be the start of that, but now I feel like it's settled. Like that story is going to pass.
I mean, the fact that I have a story is insane.
I think a lot of people have stories.
Take that.
But I just wonder, this is a mega, mega thing. If Diddy ends up getting like charged with something or like that's
So from my
watching
understanding,
F1.
so allegedly there's like an open case on Diddy in New York, a criminal case that's actually open and like sealed.
For what?
Sexual
Open
assault.
or
I mean,
sealed?
let's be
It's
clear,
open,
right?
but it's sealed. Like you can't actually. They're not revealing who it's involved. But it's on Diddy.
When there's smoke, there's fire, right? So Shine went to jail for Diddy during the Diddy J-Lo
So
situation.
there's no smoke with Sam Altman.
Why do you keep bringing up
We're back
Sam
there
Altman?
again.
Well, you
All roads lead back to
dunking
Sam.
on Diddy, but you ain't dunking on Sam Altman.
Hey,
He just said he has a dysfunctional board.
What's really crazy to me, to reel it back onto our story, D,
No, I can't.
is these stories like Shine. When was that? 90.
20 years ago.
No,
Like-
maybe more.
Like the stories have been going on forever.
25 years ago.
It's so crazy.
Most of our listeners probably don't even know who Shine is.
Yeah.
No.
He had a hot song.
Hot song. It's just been going on for a long time. I'm just curious if, I don't know, whatever. But anyway, this was like this big bombshell moment. And then,
Yeah.
but now it's also kind of over.
Yeah. All right.
Back to F1.
Back to
Back to F1. I
Okay.
want to talk about one last story.
Yeah, what is it?
Shein. Shein
What's going on with
is, if you
Shein?
don't know, if you're a boomer and you don't shop on the internet,
So what's the barbell of people that don't know who Shine is and Shein?
I mean, it's pretty same.
What's like the overlap, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's probably similar.
So Shein is a e-commerce company started by someone in China that
I was told he is in an undisclosed location.
obviously he's not there anymore. It's
Really?
Singapore based. Okay, Singapore. That's not China.
He didn't want to get jailed like Jack Ma.
Or
Yeah.
killed, or
Private-
yeah.
This is a private company. It is a fast fashion e-commerce company. You're looking for a Diwali outfit for $8.99. Boom, you can get it.
Yep.
And
wanna
you
get-
pay 25% each week.
What?
So you're paying $2 a week.
What
$2 a week.
Afterpay, whatever,
You
yeah.
can do whatever you want. $24 billion for the first 9 months of 2023. That is their revenue. $24 billion. Let me tell you something. I don't want to hear a word from Greta Thunberg about fucking climate change and Gen Z. No one gives a shit about that. If
Yeah.
all of Gen Z, which is supporting this business, is shopping on this site,
Yeah.
they do not give a flying fuck about climate change.
So can we do some math? So H&M last year did 16 billion.
Wow.
So Shein did 24 billion the first 9 months.
Yeah.
Zara did 24 billion last year. Shein did 25 billion in the first 9 months.
You added 2 billion for no reason. It's 23 billion.
I had
It's
billions.
also-
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's bigger. The point
You're
remains.
just adding a billion every time you say it.
It doesn't matter
just a
anymore,
lot of inflation.
When they do the audit, it's going to add 2 billion.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the point remains that Shein is bigger than H&M and Zara, which globally you think those are the biggest fast fashion brands.
Yeah.
And it's important to note it's e-commerce.
It's all e-commerce.
That's what's crazy. It's all
And
Yeah,
it's
it's
still in
not-
China.
yeah.
They refuse to sell in China because they can't compete.
Yeah, what are you going to sell it for, like 2 cents?
Yeah, so
So
if you haven't shopped on there, it's incredible prices. You should definitely shop on there. It's great deals. But the funny thing is that like you hear all these bullshit surveys that Gen Z cares about the climate.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't.
Or they do
In theory,
in theory.
not in practice.
Yeah, I care about the climate.
Yeah.
I care about
the planet too.
but I'd rather get this hot outfit for $6.99.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
it.
that's fine.
I care more
Yes,
about looking good this weekend.
yes.
But I care about the
I
climate.
think I was reading a survey that said Nike is the number one brand amongst Gen Z. Number 2 is Shein.
So what point does Amazon step in and like lobby them to death?
Why?
They can't. No one lobbied TikTok to death.
Well,
Amazon,
because, I mean,
Amazon
Shein
is shipping goods out of China
what
to
percentage of their
consumers
revenue is US? Probably like 80%.
for Shein.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amazon's not doing anything. They're doing the same thing.
Like, you know how we talk about how this might be not true. Didn't like big tobacco lobby to get Juul
Yeah.
destroyed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, where's that strategy?
Like, where,
But here's the problem: is
It
the
benefits
same
Amazon.
benefit that Shein has from shipping directly
Yeah,
from China to America.
Yeah.
So does Amazon, and so does Walmart. So they're not ending that anytime soon. It's helping them too.
I know,
By
but
the
they
way-
gotta just be more like you shouldn't be able to have Chinese companies
Yeah.
doing about. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
not
know.
gonna do
What are
that.
we doing?
We're not doing it. So
But why wouldn't they do it?
they're not. Let's do some shout outs. There's not. We're not going to do it. We're not getting rid of TikTok. We're not getting Shein.
I think TikTok is out of
I
here.
will say this too, though.
I think
It's like,
TikTok is outta here.
why- Huh?
I think TikTok is out of here.
No chance.
No
You don't think so?
chance. What,
No,
you
it
think
should have
Osama
been
bin
done
Laden
3
was
years
too
ago.
far?
Well, because I mean, I think now it's in the zeitgeist. Like, ban TikTok. Like, you have like people like praising Osama bin Laden on TikTok.
Yeah,
like,
Osama bin Laden might.
exactly. I think
If Osama bin Laden kills TikTok,
like,
that would be the craziest.
I mean, come on now.
Because that's like a language that like Congress understands.
It's a language that I think most
Yeah.
Americans.
Understand?
Yeah, they don't
We lived through
understand.
9/11.
Like, oh, Charlie D'Amelio is the biggest star. They don't get that. Oh,
Yeah.
they're corrupting our youth by doing the Meg the Stallion dance. They understand kids praising Osama bin Laden.
It's insane.
I agree, but also, why do we care? I think China. Okay, last thing.
Okay.
So we talked about Xi coming over here, came over, they cleaned up the streets, everything, and then on the way out the door, Biden called him a dictator.
Blew it.
You see Tony Blinken or Anthony Blinken, like literally like
Oh my
He couldn't help himself.
Devastated.
He couldn't help himself.
So we were almost there. Everything was almost good, and now we're at war.
We were so close. It was such a good meeting. I was giving Biden.
And fuck that reporter, man. They
Yeah.
did that on. Like, you knew you were gonna make the old guy slip up.
American reporters are the worst.
Why are you trying to trip up the old dude? Just be good. Yeah. All right, we got some shout outs. Shout out to Bud. Oh, from Bud.
All right, let's do some shout outs. From
Start over.
Bud Wilkinson. It's my 32nd birthday on Friday. I've been listening to you guys since the pandemic from London. Will love if you can give me my YouTube channel, Buddywood, a shout out as I've reached, what is it?
Monetization.
Monetization.
We also got to Bud, you get the last one, but no more of these fucking ads disguised as shout outs. This is an ad for your YouTube, Bud.
All right, go check out Buddywood. And by the way, because of this, there's a rev share now.
Well, what's our percentage,
Group
Bud?
chat gets 25% of Buddywood from here on out.
There you go. Thank you, Buddy Wood. We're happy to
Where's
be invested.
GG?
That's a Suge Knight deal.
Yep, there you go.
From Sydney Shunker, I wanted to give a happy 30th birthday shout out to my husband, Barney. Oh, Barani?
Yeah, Barney.
Barney?
Yep.
He's a huge group chat fan and listens to the pod religiously. He also always makes sure to have my listen to any takes you guys have on Taylor Swift. And as a Swiftie, I can say your takes are pretty reasonable.
Yep.
Oh, no. Respectable.
Respectable, yeah.
Thank you.
I'm the Swiftie on the
Okay.
pod.
Yeah, we have good takes, especially on it.
We had 2 weddings this year and an Indian wedding and an American wedding. And going through all of that stress and planning made me realize even more how amazing he is and how lucky I am to have him as my partner through life. I can't wait to see what the future holds. And I imagine our 30s will be our most exciting chapter yet. Congratulations, guys. And happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
As a side note, I am a white Christian gal who married into a Hindu family. So D, I love anytime I see you post Dom and Miles so I can see what our future babies might look like. If you and Haley were ever interested in doing an episode discussing how you meshed your cultures, that's a hot episode. I'd love to hear. We've done a great job thus far, but there's a lot that goes into it. And I feel like Hindu-Christian relationships aren't a topic that I hear about often. Either way, thank you guys for bringing Barney's podcast besties and keep crushing it. All right.
Happy birthday. Hindu Christian.
From Max Hegard. Great episode from Wednesday, dudes. I'd like to give a shout out to a future episode to the Murthy Bros. First of all, that was a phenomenal, informative, and entertaining episode. One of the best ones I've heard. And mostly the shout out is for them making SF the winner of the week and LA the loser. I love both cities. I would love to give those guys an exclusive look into the real SF sometime. Downtown is not it. It's never been. I feel like they've explored some of the other areas in the city with the local. They could help us change public perspective on our amazing city. We've got a lot to offer and we're getting slaughtered by the media for the past several years. It's time to make San Francisco great again. All right. I'm down to do that. By the way, the 10 is opening on Tuesday.
Why'd you guys give San Francisco the winner?
Because G cleaned it up.
You cleaned it up.
And
In
LA
one day.
because of the 10?
Well, because of the 10. And then now I heard Tuesday, we might be back to
Wait, so
business.
it's supposed to be 3 to 5 weeks. You're saying it's back now?
They're saying there was a LA Times alert that said it could be done by Tuesday.
Didn't Kamala come clean it up?
Yep.
We did it.
We did it, Joe.
We did it, Joe. Oh, son of a bitch. All right. That's it. Thank you for listening. Have a great week.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
What are you thankful for, Drama?
We'll do it once
I'm
episode.
thankful for Sunday in studio episodes.
All right, Drama. That's all you got?
That's only you. That's
I was
all
on the spot.
You're a podcaster.
I'm thankful for.
Give me something genuine. One thing.
I got a puppy. Thankful for my little puppy.
What's the puppy's name?
Echo.
Echo?
Yeah.
How do you spell it?
ECHO.
Oh.
It's a sweet little puppy, and it's just so loving and cute.
Boy or girl?
Is it,
Boy.
hold on. Is the puppy the
It's really like Kareen's, dream puppy, but
sticking point if whether you travel for Thanksgiving or not? Be honest.
no, but it's adding a little.
Complexity.
It's adding some complexity, yeah, because Kareen's having trouble leaving it behind.
All right, Anand, what do you got?
What I'm thankful for.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thankful for. I've actually talked about this a lot this past weekend. Is the number of people that I've met through the podcast that have been like very, not like just really great people to know.
Yeah.
And I'm just like happy that, we don't do this for money. We don't do this for, this isn't our primary income or anything.
Yeah.
But I've met so many interesting people that have done like great things, and they listen to the pod and they've reached out,
Yeah,
and it's cool.
I agree. It's funny how many people it seems like listens to the pod.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes it feels like we're Joe Rogan
I think
in the right circles, I guess. I don't know.
Look, I think social media helps. The clips help.
It's just weird. I even had like a couple of business calls last week where people were like, "Hey man, listen to the pod, great stuff." Anyway, here's what we're thinking. Or like people come up to me
Always.
at the gym. Yeah.
Always, whenever I'm in a meeting.
I have one question for y'all. Did you ever think did y'all ever think this pod would get to like the point it is today when y'all
Obviously.
started it?
I assume I'm Blockbuster and
Yeah. I think
sky's the
so.
limit.
To be honest, I think so.
Mm.
Not to sound like, cocky about it, but I think so.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
Objectively speaking, I try to listen to other podcasts.
Yeah.
They're horrible. They're not entertaining.
Name some.
I mean, the only podcast I can honestly listen to is All In. I try to listen to Joe Rogan occasionally when these big I try to listen to The Rock
Yeah.
because I love The Rock.
Yeah. There's a lot of workout talk. I figured that.
Yeah,
was
just like for 30 minutes, they're talking about doing push-ups and squats. I was like, come on.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Brother. That's right. That's right. I was like, this is the podcast?
Yeah, I knew that.
This guy's the biggest podcast in the world, and The Rock is just saying, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
I was
you're
like,
right.
bro, I can't
knew
listen to this
yeah.
fucking shit.
Yeah.
I actually tailed off.
You listen to Elon?
After-
It wasn't a great episode. Did you listen to Elon?
No.
I listen to Elon.
I just,
was decent.
I have a hard time. Like, I want fun,
Yeah.
high
And-
intelligence.
Yeah. That's tough.
And I haven't found someone like myself.
That's
There
so
you have it.
that's so fun and highly intelligent.
What?
That's so fun and highly intelligent.
Yeah. There's not. There's people that are highly intelligent or really fun.
Yeah.
There's comedy podcasts
Yeah.
and there's intelligent podcasts.
So I actually got this feedback from a friend of ours that listens to, he says, I only listen to 2 podcasts, All In and Group Chat.
Yeah. I think a lot of people listen to.
And he said, All In can talk over people's heads, meaning it's not digestible enough.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you guys actually break it down.
Plus, we're here for the everyday,
Yeah.
We're not a bunch of
commoner.
billionaires.
That's why I
We're all
listen.
man.
Yeah, we're here for the alt mans. Okay.
Which one? Which
Oh, yeah.
Altman?
Jack,
Whichever
Sam,
one's not
George,
touching
you pick
people.
one.
Whichever one's not.
There's fucking 700 of them apparently.
Whoever-
Every 5 seconds I see him an alt man posting saying I defend this
I
guy,
defend-
blah, blah,
yeah.
blah. I'm like, what is going on? This is like a Russian fucking spy bots?
That's his family.
He has like 17 brothers.
D, it's your turn.
Honestly, I'm very, very, very thankful for the OpenAI board. I mean, the amount of content they have given us.
That's true.
And
That's what you're thankful for.
It's good for
I mean,
content.
Like,
honestly,
you're
I was,
reflecting on 2023.
It's good for content.
You're-
I mean, they came in buzzer beater.
I know, like,
well, we'll give you another go at it.
okay,
on
one,
Wednesday.
I just genuinely I'm thankful for the OpenAI board.
Yeah.
Because it just made me feel good. Like, I'm always slightly like intimidated by corporate America, big tech. All these people are so smart.
Yeah. Now you just.
Now I know
Yeah.
there's dumb as the next person.
They really reset the bar.
No,
Yes.
I'll say I always felt that. Like, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
And when
I think
I
everyone
kept
feels that.
saying FTX was a fraud,
Yeah.
and then the smartest people in the world all poured in billions of dollars to FTX,
Yeah.
I was like, this thing is not real.
Yeah.
So how
And
come
then-
you don't feel like that about Sam Altman?
What do you mean?
OpenAI is
You,
real.
you just all of a sudden you
No, but no. So let me finish my point, and then you can come at me about Sam Altman. My point was the smartest people that always tell you that they are better than you and investing and all this stuff. You guys all backed a fucking loser fraud that's going to jail for 115 years.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
It's true.
March of 2021.
It's true.
And
That's why I'm
come
thankful.
at me at Sam Altman. What do you want to say?
No,
I think I'm just better than a lot of people.
He's saying both Sams are fishy.
Time will tell. I mean, he still might go to jail for a lot of years. I mean,
How many years do you think Altman goes to jail for?
when the news comes out,
What's the crime? I don't think so.
If you're right on it, I'm not kidding. I wish that board they should go to jail. If you're right that it's just board dysfunction,
They should go
that
to
should
jail.
be criminal.
It should be criminal.
destruction of
Destroying
value.
shareholder value
Destruction
is
of value
equally
crazy.
criminal.
Yeah.
By the way, I watched Dumb Money last night, finally. Great job.
What is dumb money again?
The one about the GameStop.
Oh, it's
Is
incredible.
it on a streaming service?
It's on Apple TV now.
I went to the theaters.
How much?
You can rent it for $4.99.
$4.99?
Yeah.
I could do that.
I went to the theaters.
No
It's incredible.
$14.99. No
The
$14.99.
That's
girl
mental.
from Barbie's on there. I know Dee's gonna hate that, but
Margot Robbie?
Oh, yeah.
no. She was the one that went from the both worlds.
I never watched Barbie still.
Sad for you.
Did you guys watch the full clip of Dana White destroying Peloton?
Yes.
Oh.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Okay.
Like 100 people sent it to me.
We got to wrap it up.
All right, guys.
Everyone have a great week. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Well, we're gonna be back on Wednesday. If you're not here,
No.
we're not.
No, it's Thanksgiving.
I think we'll be traveling. Well, me 50-50.
I'm not traveling. When are you traveling?
Tuesday.
Oh, so yeah. Happy Thanksgiving.
Okay. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye, guys.